for the Braves is Gilbreth, and he's batting .240.
Rights.
And has no homers and 14 RBIs. And VUCKOVICH is only making his second start of the season. He's pitched in 24 games, though. Has 2 saves and no record. He's 0-0 with a 2.97 ERA. And here's the pitch to Gilbert. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. VUCKOVICH strikes him out. And there's one down here in the first. And Office is up now. And Office is batting .301 with 2 homers and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Office trucks on down the first. 3:26. He's going to try to get in scoring position here with a steal here. 26. That'll be a 52 or lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Office is down at second. And Pokoroba's up. And he is batting .280 on the year with 5 homers and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George in center. And now there's 2 outs, and it's going to be up to Jeff Burris to do some damage here with a runner down at second and 2 outs in a 0-0 game. Burris batting .317. He's got 9 homers and 36 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So 2 walks in the inning already for VUCKOVICH. Does have a strikeout also, so now you got first and second. 2 outs, and Gary Matthews up. And Gary open up the scoring here for the Braves, batting .216, 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, drives that ball against the righty at 20, drives that ball in the left field. Office should score easily on this. 67. Dwyer does not have a very good arm at all out there, so he'll score easily. The question is, will Burris get down to third, and he'll stop at second. So that's an RBI single by Sarge. And it's still first and second, but the Braves score, and it's 1-0 Atlanta. And Dale Murphy comes to the plate now. And Murphy's batting .222. He's got 11 homers and 21 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he'll take it himself. Keith will step on the base. That ends the inning. But the RBI single by Matthews makes it Atlanta 1. Cardinals coming to the plate. They have Dwyer, Templeton, and Hendrick. You see the Braves' upcoming schedule. They leave St. Louis and go to Philly. Play 3 games in Philadelphia. And then the Cardinals, they go home and play the Cardinals in Atlanta. Dwyer's batting .160. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So HANNA walks the leadoff batter. And now Gary Templeton's up. And Templeton's batting .271 with a homer and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a single. Line drive in the left field. Dwyer will stop at second, and just like that, Cardinals are making noise here in the first. Nobody out, and 2-1 for George Hendrick. Braves up 1-0. Looking for a ground ball double play out of George here. George batting .225 on the year, 2 homers and 6 RBIs for the Cardinals. And that's going to be against the righty. They're just beating him to death here with singles. And that's going to be a 6. That'll be a single in the center field. Let's see here. That'll be a 56. And want Templeton here. Keep him from going to third. So they're going to try to throw the wire out at the plate. And Templeton will get down to third. So that'll be a, do this again here. That was an 8, yep. That'll be a 56. So a 33. So a 63. Yeah, 63 or lower. We'll get him down to third. Get him home. And he's home. So that's an RBI single. That ties the ball game up. And a runner will get down to third. We got first and third. Still nobody out in a tie ball game. This Preston HANNA's getting beat up here. They're going to play back, try to minimize the damage here. Keith Hernandez is batting .230 on the year with 3 homers and 14 RBIs. And that's going to be a down to third, 46 and a 3. Most likely it'll be fielding column 3. That'll barely be column 2. And that's going to be the infield fly rule in effect. And Maddox makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Now a double play gets him out of the inning, and it's just a 1-1 ball game. If Braves get out of this with only 1 run scoring, they'll be happy. Jerry's up, and Jerry's batting .209 on the year, 3 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now you got the bases full of Cardinals. Nowhere to put them. Preston's got himself in a hell of a pickle. Hell of a pickle here. And Wrights is up. And Ken, he's batting .185 on the year. He's got 3 homers and 21 RBIs. The Braves desperately need a double play ball here. And that's just what the doctor ordered, folks. That's a ground ball down to Cheney. A 33 and an 8 should be fielding column 1. Nope, that'll be fielding column 2. So that's going to be, oh, let's see. Nope, he's not. So that is going to be the old, that was a 4 and 24, right? So yep, that'll be the old 6-4-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered. The Braves get out of that mess with only 1 run scoring. And we go to the top of the second in a 1-1 game. You got the bottom third you up here for the Braves. You got Cheney, Maddox, and HANNA. And Cheney is batting .253 on the year with a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the Braves got the leadoff batter aboard here. And Jerry Maddox up. And Jerry's batting .600 on the year, folks, with no homers and no RBIs. And they're going to do a little hit and run, trying to stay on the double play. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Cheney's off and running on his own here on the botched hit and run. That'll be a 3 of 29. 55 or lower. Cheney's got a stolen base. 55 or lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Cheney's down there at second. And nobody out. Go ahead, run in scoring position. Can Jerry deliver here? And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 12 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. I'll get the runner down the third. But that's not what they wanted. They was hoping that ball would sneak through. Now you got the runner down at third, and Preston Hanna's up. And Hanna's not a bad hitting pitcher, folks. He's batting 300 on the year with a homer and 4 RBIs. So Pete Vuckovich can't groove one, or Preston's going to show him what a batter he is. Hanna with the first pitch, and he gets a hold of this. Preston Hanna's going to help his own cause out, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks, is the question. Kiss it goodbye. That ball is out of here. Preston Hanna with his second homer of the year has given the Braves a 3-run lead. Homer by Preston Hanna. 2-run shot, and the Braves lead this game 3-1. Pete Vuckovich grooved it, and Preston took advantage of it, hit it out over Dwyer's head, over the fence for a 2-run shot. Now there's a 1 out and nobody on for Gilbreth. Gilbreth's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And the wheels are coming off the cart because that's an E4. And Mike Tyson bobbles, fumbles, stumbles. And that'll be an error. Gilbreth's down at first. 1 out for Office. He's 0 for 1. He walked, stole a base, and came around to score in the first. And that's going to be an 8 against a 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dwyer. This time he's got room. Back near the track, makes the catch for out number 2. And it's up to Biff here to get something going. With 2 outs, Pocoroba's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Morales makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the 2-run homer by Preston Hanna helps his own cause and takes a 3-1 lead into the second. You got Tyson, Swisher, and Vuckovich due up here. The bottom third for the Cardinals. Tyson batting .221 with 2 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Preston can't find the strike zone. That brings a tying run to the plate. And Steve Swisher batting .257. No homers and no RBI. The Braves get a double play ball here against the righty. That'll be an infield hit. And all of a sudden, here we go again. The first 2 batters get aboard here. And now the tying runs at first. The go-ahead runs at the plate. And Pete Vuckovich is up. Pete Vuckovich says, can he do the same thing? But they're not going to give him a chance. They're putting the bunt sign on. Vuckovich is 0 for 2 on the year. Here's the bunt. And that's a nice bunt. That is bunted down right back to the mound. Hannah's only plays over to first with Gilbert covering. And that'll be out number 1. Now you got second and third. 1 out, and the Braves will play back. They'll give up 1 run to get an out. The Wires walked and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He's going to look the runner back to third. He's going to fire over to first. And that'll be out number 2, a big out there. Runner stays put. Braves still lead 3-1. Now Gary Templeton's up. He singled his first time up. Can Hanna get out of this mess with nobody scoring? And here's the pitch to Gary. Winds and fires. And that ball's well hit. And this will probably tie the ball game up, folks. And that's going to be a double That'll be a double in the right field. And just like that, it's a tie ball game, folks. It is 3 apiece as Gary Templeton hits a 2-out, 2 RBI double. And now you got Gary down at second. George Hendrick at the plate. Go ahead, run in scoring position. George is 1 for 1. He singled and drove in a run his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Might be a pop-up. That's going to be a shallow fly ball in the center. Office makes the catch, but the 2 RBI double by Templeton ties this game up. We go to the top of the third. It's still a 3-3 ball game. The Braves can't hold the lead. They get it and give it right back. You got Burris, Matthews, and Murphy up. Burris walked his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George in center field. And there's one down. Now Gary Matthews comes up. He got an RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. And run it first. Go ahead and run it first now. Murphy at the plate. Dale's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a 37. That's going to be a rare play with a runner on first and a 37. Right, 34. Yep, a 43 and a 37. And that's going to be a balk. Yep, that's going to be a balk. So he balks the runner down the second. So Matthews is now in scoring position for Murph. Let's see if he can deliver here with the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Murph out. A big strikeout there. 2 down. That's his second strikeout of the game for Pete. And it's up to Cheney. Cheney walked, stole a base, and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. George makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Matthews gets stranded at second. First time the Braves haven't scored. It's still a 3-3 game as we go to the bottom of the third. You got Hernandez and Jerry and Ken do up. Morales and Wrights. And Hernandez is 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the righty. 6. That's a base hit for Keith. He's aboard here with an infield hit. And that brings up Morales. And go ahead, runs down at first. Jerry walked his first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a 8. That's going to be a single, line drive single in the left field. Keith will stop at second, and here we go. Preston's got himself into a damn pickle again. Wrights is up. First and second, and nobody out. And Ken's 0 for 1. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. The Braves will love to see him do it again. And that's not going to be a 6-4-3 double play. It's going to be a 56 and a 7. Feeling column 3. It's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. But the runner will get down the third. Now there's 2 outs. Can Preston get out of this jam with nobody scoring? It would be impressive. He's got Tyson up. He walked and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Cheney over to first. And he gets out of it. Nobody scores. He keeps it a 3-3 game as we go to the top of the fourth. You got Maddox, then HANNA, and then Gilbert due up. Jerry's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the righty. 16. And that's going to be a single. So Jerry gets a board here. And we know what happened the last time Preston came up. He homered, folks. At the time, gave the Braves a 3-1 lead. He's 1 for 4, 1 for 1 with a 2-run shot. Can he do it again? And I thought he did it again, folks. He squares this one up. Where's this one going to land at? That's going to be against that. Be an 8. That's going to be a line drive. He didn't get under it enough. He smokes that ball. Dwyer gets over, holds him to a single. But Preston is on fire at the plate today. He is 2 for 2. First and second now for the Braves. Nobody out in the top of the order coming up. And Gilbreth is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error his last time up. He keep this merry-go-round going for the Braves. And that's going to be against the righty. 18. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Actually, that's a line drive down the second. And the runners will hold. So he hits it right on the button, but right at his counterpart Tyson, and he catches it. Now there's 1 down. Rollins up. He's 0 for 1 today. He's walked, stole a base, and scored. Blew out his last time up. And that's the old dreaded double play for the ground ball for the Braves. Hit down the short. And Office is able to beat the throw. That'll be a 6-4 put out. But he beats the throw. Nice job of Office getting down the line. Stops the double play. And now you got Pocoroba up with first and third. And Pocoroba's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and right. Can he deliver here with a 2-out hit? Give the Braves the lead. And that's going to be a ground down the short. Actually, that might be a hit by pitch. Yep, that's a hit by pitch. He hits Pocoroba. Fills the bases for the Braves. It'll be up to Jeff Burris here. Can he bust this game open here for the Braves? Burris is 0 for 1. He's walked and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty. 18. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Morales makes the catch. The Braves lead. The bases loaded. And we go to the bottom of the fourth in a 3-3 ball game. Braves might regret that. Leaving the bases jammed there in the fourth. You got Swisher due up, followed by Vuckovich and Dwyer. Swisher singled and came around to score back in the second. And that's going to be a base hit again. Swisher gets a board here for the second time today. And that brings up Vuckovich, and they're going to ask him to bunt Swisher down the second. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. 12. And that's going to be a ground ball down the... Nope, that's going to be a base on balls. He walks him, folks. He's trying to bunt, and HANNA walks him. Ain't that awful? Trying to give you an out and you walk him. Now it's first and second. HANNA's doing it at the plate, but he's not doing it on the mound. He's screwing the pooch here. Jim Dwyer's up. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out. Can they get another double play ball? And that's down the third. Can Maddox go around the horn here? 21 and a 3. Third baseman. 3. That's barely column number 2. So, and they will. They'll get the old 5-4-3 double play. 5-4-3 double play. Swisher gets down the third. Defense is helping old Preston out here. Can he get out of this mess with nobody scoring? Gary Templeton is a perfect 2 for 2. He is singled and hit a 2 RBI double. back in the second. Here's the pitch to Templeton. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Preston's first strikeout of the ball game, and it's a big one. And it keeps it a 3-3 tie. We go to the top of the fifth. You've got Matthews, Murphy, and Cheney due up. Sarge is 1 for 1 with an RBI in this game. And that's going to be against the righty. A 20 and a 9. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. George runs into the gap, makes the catch, and Matthews is out. Hit the ball well, but George got to it. Murph's up. He's 0 for 2. He was a strikeout victim his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gary Templeton. And that'll be out number 2. And now Cheney comes to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. He's 0 for 1. He's walked, stole a base, and scored in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Braves go down quietly here in the fifth. To the bottom of the fifth we go with the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Hendrick, Hernandez, and Morales. George is 1 for 2 with an RBI today. And that's going to be an infield hit by George. And again, the leadoff batter's aboard. He's been battling here. Preston has it. Hasn't been pretty. Keith Hernandez is up. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And there you go. It's going to be hit down the second. 56 and a 7. And that's going to be in column 3. And that's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. And now nobody on. 2 outs for Morales. And he is 1 for 1. He has walked and singled in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Maddox. He fires over to first. And that'll win the fifth. We go to the top of the sixth. It's still 3 apiece. And we got Maddox, HANNA, and Gilbreth due up. Maddox is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Templeton. And that'll be out number 1. And Preston hasn't been doing much on the mound, but he has at the plate. He's a perfect 2 for 2, folks, with a 2-run homer. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. VUCKOVICH finally gets his counterpart out, and there's 2 down. And we're back to the top of the order, and Ron Gilbreth, who is 0 for 3, did reach on an error. He hit the ball hard as last time, but right at Tyson. Here's the pitch to Gilbreth, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. That's VUCKOVIC's 4th strikeout to end the top of the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Wrights, Tyson, and Swisher due up. Wrights is 0 for 2. He's grounded into 2 double plays, so he won't do that this time. And nope, that's going to be a fly ball out to Office. And there's 1 down. And Mike Tyson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be against the righty 10. And that's going to be a fly ball again out to Office. Nice play. Takes a base hit away from Tyson. And there's 2 down. That brings up Swisher, who's a perfect 2 for 2 today. He has singled twice and scored 1. And that'll be a swing and a miss. HANNA finally gets him out. And the first 1, 2, 3 inning, I think, of the game. We'll check it out here for HANNA. See St. Louis's schedule. They got Houston coming to town, and then they go to Atlanta. Let's check out the scorecard here and see if that was the first 1, 2, 3 inning for the Cardinals. Sure was. Well, they only sent 3 to the plate last inning. They had the double play. So I think that was the first inning. They didn't let their leadoff batter get aboard. And yes, it was. Yeah, the 6th inning was the first inning. The leadoff batter didn't get aboard. We got 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Braves. Office, Pocoroba, and Burris. Office is 0 for 2. He did walk, stole a base, and scored. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Dwyer makes the catch, and there's one down. Pocoroba comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He did get hit by pitches last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Pete strikes him out, 5 for the game. It's up to Jeff Burris to do something here. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be 18. It's going to be a fly ball in the center field. George makes the catch, and the Braves go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3 apiece. We'll have a pitch hitter here for VUCKOVICH. The bullpen will be getting up. We might even, let's see here. Do they want to bring Easterly in now? Might want to just go ahead and bring Easterly in now. Dwyer actually hits lefties pretty damn good, though. So they're going to let HANNA pitch this 7th inning. He's pitched through a lot of problems. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. VUCKOVICH could still win this game if they could score here in the 7th. Let's see who's going to come off the bench. And Lou Brock's going to come off the bench. See what Lou can do here. He's going to pitch hit. Lou Brock. So Lou's batting .234 on the year, no homers and 5 RBIs. Here's the press pitch from HANNA, and that's going to be a ground ball back to HANNA. He fires over to first, and there's one out. One up and one down here. Now Dwyer's up, and Dwyer is 0 for 2. He's walked and scored and grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Matthews is out there. And that's going to be a single. And Dwyer's going to get the second on the air. An E9. And now a go-ahead runs in scoring position with one out. And Templeton's at the plate. And Gary is 2 for 3. He did strike out his last time up, but he's also hit a 2 RBI double in this game. Here's the pitch to Templeton. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So HANNA struck him out his last 2 times up. And George Hendricks up. He's 2 for 3 today with an RBI in the game. Does Preston want to pitch to him or not is the question. You got the lefty coming up after that. He's going to pitch to him. And that's going to be a 40. A team 7. So that'll be a 7, 9, 12, 27, 29, 30. 31, 34. Wild pitch, and that's a wild pitch. And now the runner's down at third. And here's the 1-0 pitch to George. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a single. In the left field. And that's going to break the tie. And George delivers here in the bottom of the 7th. It's now a 4-3 game. Runner down at first. 2 outs for Keith Hernandez. He's 1 for 3. And that ball was well hit, and all of a sudden HANNA now with 2 outs can't get out of this inning. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. Actually, it's going to be, hit in the right field. It's going to be a 52. And he's going to score easily. And all of a sudden now it is a 2-run ball game. And let's see who's up now. Morales, rights. And they're going to let Preston try to get out of this. Wait a second. He didn't score. We didn't score him. We got to go back and change that. Keith is supposed to score. George is supposed to score from first. 1 and double. Now we got a runner down at second. 2 outs in a 5-3 ball game. Morales is 1 for 2. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. Gilbert makes the catch. And not a win inning, but the 2 runs in the bottom of the 7 makes it a 5-3 game. We go to the top of the 8th. And who are they going to bring out of the bullpen here? You've got Matthews, Murphy, and Cheney. And Mark's going to come out of the bullpen, try to shut this game down here. Lou might stay in the game. Lou Brock might stay in the game. Play left field. Dwyer go over to right, but man, that's taken. Otherwise, when's he due up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we or don't we? That is the question. If he blew in, do a double switch. Give up defense. Give up defense. That is the question. Do we do a double switch and give up defense or not? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to give up some defense. Mark's going to come in. He's going to bat and let's see here. He's going to bat Morales' spot in the 5 hole. Dwyer's going to move over to right field. And Brock's going to move in to left.
Little.
And Little's going to come in the game. So that's what we're going to do. Mark Little's going to come in to pitch. Brock's going to stay in the game. Dwyer's going to move over to right. So we weaken the defense. But that way, Little don't have to hit. And he's got Matthews, Murphy, and Cheney due up here in the 8th. And this is Little's 29th appearance. He is 1 and 3 with 2 saves on the year with a 4.23 ERA. Here's the pitch to Matthews, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. Brings the tying run to the plate. And Dale Murphy. Can Murphy be the hero here and tie this game up? He's 0 for 3. And nope, he swings for the fences and misses. He's swinging from the hills that time. He gave it his all, but he didn't connect. Now there's one down. Cheney's up. He's 0 for 2. He has walked, stole a base, and came around to score. He struck out his last time up. Matthews is down there at first. His run really doesn't mean nothing. They're going to do a hit and run here. Try to get Cheney going here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Cheney's misses the ball. And now it's Matthews on his own here. That'll be a 24. So the hit and run doesn't work. And 46 or lower. And he is safe. They're jumping up and down, folks. Says he was out. They think Tyson's arguing, but the ump ain't changing his mind. Matthews is safe at second. And now there's one out, a runner in scoring position. Here's the 0-1 to Cheney. And against the righty. Excuse me, that'll be a 16. That'll be a ground ball down the third. 65. The runner will get down the third. Just over to first. So now you got a runner 90 feet away from Maddox. Maddox is 1 for 3. He has grounded out twice and single. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 12 and a 9. And that's going to be 13. That's going to be hit in the center field. George comes running in, makes the catch. And the Braves strand Matthews at third. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And it is a 5-3 ball game. And that's going to be it for HANNA. Let's see here. You got Wrights, Tyson, and Swisher due up. They're going to go to camp here and try to keep this a 2-run game. Or are they going to Campbell? Let's see here. I believe they're going to go to camp. Now they're going to go to Dave Campbell. Campbell's going to come in, try to keep this a 2-run game. He'll be leading off the 9th inning here. Campbell comes out. This is his 11th appearance. He's 0-1 with 11.25 ERA. Wrights followed by Tyson and Swisher. And Ken is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney, and he boots it. That's an E6. And the Braves are starting to flounder here in these late innings. Got a runner down at first now. Nobody out. And they're already trailing by 2. Tyson's up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. That'll be out number 1. That brings Swisher to the plate now. And Swisher's 2 for 3. He did strike out his last time up, though. And that's not going to work. That's going to be a 4. That's going to be a single. Line drive single in the left field. And now it's first and second. And Lou Brock's up for the second time today. After pitch hitting for the pitcher and staying in on the double switch. Brock is 0 for 1. And that's just what the Braves needed. That'll be a 31-25. 31 and a 7. That'll barely be fielding column 2 on the 25. And that'll be the old 4-6-3 double play. And that'll get the Braves out of the mess. We go to the top of the 8th. The Braves trailing by 2. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Campbell. And the top of the order due up. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. Jerry Oyster's going to come off the bench. Try to get on base here. And a 5-3 ball game. Where's Jerry at? So Jerry on the year's batting .288 with no homers and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George in center field, and that's 1 down. 1 up and 1 down, and now you got the top of the order up. And Gilbreth is 0 for 4. Can he get a 1-out rally started here? And nope, that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Little strikes him out for out number 2. And the Braves are down to their last out. Office is 0 for 3. He didn't reach on a walk. Came around the score. Can he do it again here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Little strikes him out, and that's your ball game, folks. Cardinals win 5-3 and split this series. Take a look here at the box score. The Braves can't win 2 in a row.